Get in on the action this season with Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game. Select higher or lower between 2 and 8 players and compete for up to 325 times your entry. Use code DIRECTOR when signing up to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick.
Action.
Who's got it better than us?
Into the end zone, Charger fans are witnesses to history!
Yo to Bull fam. It's Director. Good morning, Chargers fans. Yeah, I think I'm picking up what the vibe is today, which is I think we're all a little worried, right? I think it's safe to say that we are worried about our offensive line situation pretty dramatically. Let's go take a look together, actually, guys. I was just going to list them off, but let's hope the Chargers have enough in the tank to take down the Dolphins, which, again, this is one of that, like, parts of the year where I was like, okay, well, at least we have this stretch of games we can get right. Maybe we get Alt back and some of these guys back, but holy cow, man, it just keeps getting piled on with the situation in terms of inactives, injuries, etc. Today we are missing Quentin Johnston, who will not be playing with a hamstring injury. Joe Walt, Darius Davis, Trey Pipkins, Jamari Sawyer, Scott Matlock for whatever reason at the last second. As personal, some people have speculated that's due to perhaps a trade. We don't know. And Nico Reed, all inactive today. I think the biggest thing to expect from this one is from this list and what we're seeing, you're going to see some rookies having to step in today. In terms of the offense, I would expect to see a bit more Trey Harris in this one. I would expect to see maybe a little bit more Rondé Gadsden, actually. Gadsden is one that I've been hoping to see rev up for a while now. And this is certainly the opportunity for him to earn some of those targets that are going to be left vacant from Quentin Johnston. And we're getting ready to kick off right away here, guys. With the Dolphins returning the kick to very first start the game. He's going to break through all the way down to about the 45-yard line. That was Washington on the return for the Dolphins. Holy cow. We got Dark Blue with a $2 holla. Let's go Superchargers. Beat the Dolphins. Please, please, please. I think we need to break this losing streak for sure. Chargers fans need it. I need it. Alex, with my 4 sons, jerseys on, bolts up from Kentucky. Is Bridgeforth the last name? This one goes to the Bridgeforths. Go forth, my Bridgeforths, and prosper. Thank you so much, Alex. Here comes the first carry. It's Achane, supposedly a trade target of the Chargers. Supposedly, allegedly. Oh, what would you guys think about that? Eric Black with the $5 holla. What I don't understand is Slater is our only big money O-lineman. And we're shocked it's wrecked. Massive L from Ortiz. Praying for Herbie. I feel like, yeah, everybody felt we needed to get better in the interior. I'm going to say that. That's what we were screaming about. I don't think any of us thought we'd be missing 4 tackles by this point. 2nd and 9, over the middle, intercepted. It's Tony Jefferson. Tony Jefferson comes back from the practice squad, and since then he has not looked back. We are less than a minute into this football game, and Tony Jefferson has picked off Tua Tagovailoa. One of those conversations that'll get Miami Dolphins fans revved up. the Tua versus Justin Herbert argument. Let's see. Let me get you guys a score bug down here. That's crazy. Let's go. Number 23, Tua Tagovailoa. He was looking for Jalen Waddle And it kind of flew out of his hands into the arms of Tony Jefferson. Chargers got the football now with 14:06 left in the first quarter. Here comes the first carry for Kamani Vidal. And Vidal absolutely no blocking. Still picks up 1 yard. And now the Chargers, 2nd and 9. We're hoping for a better result than the Dolphins' first drive. Great starting field position on the 42-yard line. We got to get some points up in here, man. We are not going to have a lot of opportunities like this one. 2nd and 9. It's Justin Herbert. He's going to sling it over the middle. He finds his rookie, Trey Harris. And like we were saying at the top of the show, we are going to need some help from the rookies. That's a good start right there. Trey Harris is going to pick up a nice gain of 8 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd and very short. Can the Chargers convert here without what was their sure foolproof plan of Najee and Amari and Hampton? Do we have something in the tank here for, it's Hassan Haskins now at running back. He's going to take the ball and maybe converts. They're going to call him short. Inches short. It's going to be 4th and inches at the 50-yard line roughly. I don't know, man. At this point, the kind of field position you're starting with, the kind of situation that you're looking at, I'm probably thinking we're going for this. Yeah, here we go. Chargers maybe on the tush push, and it's Justin Herbert. He looks like he's got it. And that's plenty of space. Justin Herbert picks it up on the sneak. The Bolts have their own version of the tush push. We got to find a name for that, man. I saw Tyler from Guilty as Charged putting up a poll about this a couple of weeks ago. I think the winning there was 2 names for it. There was the beer run or the power surge, which I really like. Power surge is pretty cool. David with the $2 holla, big shout out, man. 1st and 10. Justin Herbert hands off Kamani Vidal. Vidal trying to find some space on the outside. Picks up about 2. It'll be 2nd down. 8 to go. The lightning push, the charge push. It's called the tush push. Herbie Derby. I like it. What's up, Hugo? King D. Lloyd? We didn't even get shout-outs in today, man. Good to see everybody. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's been a crazy weekend. 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert, he's going to swing it out to Kamani Vidal. Vidal, who's pretty good after the catch, does pick up. We're going to say about 7 yards or so. And it's going to bring up another Chargers 3rd and short situation. We're keeping a very close eye on the blocking this game. Of course, the Chargers, if you guys are unaware, if you're just now joining us in this disastrous situation that is our O-line, the Bolts are starting at right tackle today. Bobby Hart, who hasn't taken a snap in NFL football since 2022. And, of course, we are missing our other tackle. We got Austin Deculus out there as well. No Sawyer. It's pretty bad. Here comes the next carry. It's going to be Kamani Vidal up the middle. He gets nothing. Chargers 4th and 2. Just on the edge of Cameron Dicker field goal range. I'm thinking we maybe go for this one more time. Yeah. Chargers going to have a hard time running the football with the kind of blocking we're seeing up the interior, lack thereof. It is particularly bad. Kamani Vidal gets the football, and there's about 4 Miami Dolphins in his face. Instead, the Chargers are going to elect to try the Cameron Dicker field goal. This one, where are we? 58-yard field goal for Cameron Dicker. This one would be a huge one. Dicker's kick is up. It looks good. Does it have the leg? Holy crap, it does. That would have made it from the 65-yard line, dude. There is a flag on the field, however. They're talking to Jim Harbaugh. This might be good news on a conversion. Personal foul on the defense. That gives the Chargers the football, first down. And a big penalty versus Miami keeps the drive alive, which is a shame. We just saw Cameron Dicker hit maybe the easiest 58-yard field goal you're ever going to see in your life, and it's not going to count. Nobody's going to be talking about that. They are going to forget it. Well, we are not going to forget here on the Director's Channel, man. Let's see some 11s in the chat for Cameron Dicker, who just hit a huge field goal like it was nothing, even though it did not count. Hugo. Justin Herbert's going to try and take off on first down, but he's going to get taken down. Of course, that offensive line granting about half a second. He gets taken down by Grant. And it's going to be second and long. It's Grant that pushes his way right through. I think that was Mekhi Becton. Second and 11. That Pink Panther thing was so funny, dude. Second and 11. Justin Herbert looking, fires over the middle. It's Keenan Allen. We were worried about a fumble for a second there, but he was clearly down and got the football back anyway. Chargers needed that. No! Never mind the other angle. He did fumble it. Keenan Allen able to reach and grab it before the Miami defender can get his mitts on it. That was close, dude. Good play by the Dolphins. Heads up play by Keenan Allen. Keeps the ball in our possession. 3rd and 3. And we got maybe a timeout. Or a penalty. We're waiting to see what's going on. Why is everybody standing around? Mike McDaniels is looking confused, saying he wants a timeout. Okay, Miami. Miami does get the first timeout. So a couple of inquisitions from the Miami Dolphins. First up real quick, West Side. Tony, the Godfather Jefferson. Don't ever take sides against the Bolt family again. How do we do? Don't ever take sides against the Bolt family again. Big love, dude. Big love. We got some inquisitions, though, via the Miami Dolphins to discuss. What do you guys think? There's talks about the Chargers maybe trying to trade for Devon Achane, which would be pretty fantastic. I mean, nobody's going to say no to the combo of him and Amari and Hampton at some point in the year. Which right now, we don't know when Amari and Hampton's coming back, by the way. We thought it was a minor injury. Then he goes to IR. Now it sounds like he's going to be gone even longer. But would that be worth another, we're going to guess, second or first round pick? I don't know, man. That's tough. We have to see what the asking price is. Here comes 3rd down and 3. Justin Herbert. Pocket collapses instantly. He's going to throw on the run. It is incomplete. He was looking for Ladd McConkey. It's 4th and 3. We might take the field goal here. Jalen Phillips got in free. We're going to take another look at it. Herbert, despite the pressure, was able to hit Ladd McConkey, but heads-up play by the DB was able to get a hand in there to knock it out. Here comes the Cameron Dicker try. It is up. It is good. Chargers are on the board at least with a 3-0 lead. Let's get our new player out there, Odafe Owe, and see what kind of trouble he can cause for Tua Tagovailoa. The other thing I wanted to mention too. Oh, before we do that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the poll because that's something that I'm starting to think a little more about. if I'm being honest, I'm teetering on the edge of no. Trading a, let's say optimistically, it only costs a third or a second round pick. Do we go get Devon Achane? Do we get Devon Achane? Keeping in mind that he may cost anywhere between a first and a second round pick. Third is maybe being a little optimistic, right? Do we trade for Devon Achane? The other part of this that I'm starting to hear a little bit of rumblings about is the fact that Mike McDaniels might end up getting let go here pretty soon. And there may be an opportunity for the Chargers to upgrade their offensive coordinator. What would you guys think about that? Me personally, all I'm going to say is that whether you want him or not, I'm not quite sure that Jim Harbaugh moves on from Greg Roman in the middle of the season. Does that make sense? I think it's really difficult to evaluate what an offensive coordinator is struggling with when you are missing this many pieces on the offense. And I think that does come into play in some way, shape, or form when weighing that sort of decision. Of course, him and Jim Harbaugh go way, way back too. But that is something to think about. Again, it's just, we're hearing rumors. McDaniel's very, very good offensive-minded coordinator. He turned out to be a pretty good coach for the first few seasons, and since then it's all sort of collapsed. So I'll wait and see. We're going to end the poll right there real quick. Results are in. Looks like 53% chance, or 53% of Bolt fans would like to see a trade for Devon Achane, despite it costing perhaps a first or second round pick, which is interesting. I mean, that 1-2 punch would be lethal for years to come. I personally probably still lean on the no side because we need that draft capital to fix that O-line desperately. Here comes the return, and then we're going to grab some super chats. Oh, what a tackle. Justin Aboigbe just absolutely annihilated the returner. It was Malik Washington who got completely clobbered by the lineman. Holy tackle. We got some $5 hollers coming in. Rick Monterosa. Director, I need you to be more upbeat and optimistic because, brother, you're the only one carrying hope for us all. I'm trying with all I've got. It's tough out here, man. It is tough out here. I think half of it's also I'm just pretty tired. It's been a tough week of just sleep. We've been under the weather a little bit. But I appreciate the $5 holler here, man. Here comes the first pass attempt on the drive by Tua. It's going to go way over the head of what I'm assuming is Darren Waller. I see 83. I see a tall dude that's fast for the position. I'm going to assume that is Darren Waller. But I love you, Rick. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. We need hope. Chargers are up. Let's see. I mean, the defense, if anything, is what's going to carry you through a win this week. Maybe the Chargers defense can put a touchdown on the board for us. I think that's a pretty I think that's something that we could definitely benefit from this week. Mister with the 5 says, doesn't matter what skill player you get with that awful O-line, making everyone look like Lawrence Taylor. That's a good point. Over the middle. Looking for Waller again, who's already got 2 targets this drive. It's going to be good for a few yards. And it is third down. Did we see Odafe Owe? He's 98, right? I think we saw Odafe Owe on that play. Joel with the 5. Why spend so much for Achane when you don't have an O-line to support him? It's true. I mean, you can get yourself better results with a better running back. We saw that with Hampton, but here comes the next play. It's Odafe! Odafe Owe, excuse me. First sack as a Charger. First sack of the season for Odafe Owe. Dude, I got to tell you right now, I want every Ravens fan that gave me crap about this last week to look me in the eye when I tell you You got fleeced. Y'all got fleeced in that trade. Of course, no disrespect to Alohi Gilman. We just had so much talent at that position that we could afford to trade him away. But every Ravens fan told me he was garbage. He was not living up to expectation, that they were glad to be rid of him. Well, guess what? Within the first half quarter of his career as a Charger, he picks up his first sack of the season. 10 sacks last year. That potential still lives on. Odafe Owe, welcome to the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's see some 98s in the chat for our new edge rusher, the future post Khalil Mack. And just wait till we get Mack back in this rotation too, man. Let's go. Now, that being said, director, in the future, I'd like you to cut it right there. Do not mention anything whatsoever about the Miami Dolphins' awful offensive line. We're going to bury that, keep it a secret, and make that clip available for the lovely folks on Twitter, X, Instagram, involving the sack of Odafe Owe. Lord forbid he gets a second one, and we can pile on to that clip later. Let's go! We got some hollas to get out into, man. Odafe Owe, first sack as a Charger, first sack of the year. Steve Simmons with the $5 holla. Trade lower pick for Rocket. Is it Mercenary O-line in free agency? Yes. That is absolutely the move I'm making if I'm Joe Ortiz. Some people will say that he's maybe not up to the task. I think we saw a lot of evidence that he is. And that trade only costs you like a 7th, maybe at the very, very most a 5th round pick, but I think that's way too high. If it is, it's in the future draft or whatever. I think you go get Rocket back. That is my one of my top preferences. There's also talk about the Chargers maybe going after Breece Hall, which, again, I don't know what the asking price is. I heard that, and actually confirmed, that the Chargers were calling the Saints just a few days ago trying to get Alvin Kamara. They actually tried. They went out there, they tried to pull the trigger on it, and it did not work out because Alvin Kamara wanted to stay and retire as Saint. But they're calling. They're looking around the league for a running back this season. And again, the biggest reason that I'm not as on the Achane train, the A-chain, which we thought at first was a pronunciation, is because of how high the capital would be to get him on the team. But I would love to trade for running back. If Breece Hall's available for a 3rd or later, if there's a talented running back that can be had for a later round pick, which again, the position itself should not warrant as high of a capital return. If you're looking at other teams, that are struggling or that maybe have another answer at running back, that's kind of where I'm looking for. Achane would be cool, but I think it would be too high of a price. But I could be wrong. If he's available for a 3rd, abso-freaking-lutely you jump on that, right? But I like the Rocket Sanders thing. Eric Black with the 2. What's the purple icon next to my name? That means you're one of the top fans on this channel, baby. You're one of the top fans, dude. Corey with the $2 holla. When we tush push, we call it the power push. Power push. I like it. Mr. 2 with the $2 holla. This is way. I love that. Justin Herbert is going to pass over the middle. It's a quick pass to Haskins with the power. Brings up to a 9-yard return there. Chargers now at the 38-yard line. That's how you move the football this game. Quick passes. Try and get them in space. So far, we've seen some good stuff from our 2nd round pick and Trey Harris. Let's keep him involved. Thunderbolts at the 5. Come on, Chargers. Fix these missed opportunities. Let's do it. I want to win. I want a win. 2nd and 1. It's a handoff to Haskins. Haskins going to fight his way up the middle for the first down. That's Chargers football. And Hassan Haskins doing a good job as the power back in this game. Getting a couple of yards, that's all you're going to kind of ask of him. I also thought about bringing in the other Michigan running back and Donovan Edwards. Is that crazy of me, dude? I don't know. Maybe I play too much Madden. I love this comeback story, which the Chargers have been good at telling. Justin Herbert has to roll out, finds his man. It's Trey Harris. Picks up about 5. They're going to say officially 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. But Justin Herbert able to get out of the pocket. You're going to be needing to see that a lot this week. Y'all don't like the power surge? I like that one. Shout out to Tyler. But those are some good ones in the chat too. It's cool that we have our own. 2nd and 7. Chargers. He's going to get rid of it quick, and guess who? It's Oronde Gadsden. But it's fumbled. It looked like he was down instantly. Gotta wait and see. Look at the replay. Oronde Gadsden was going down to the ground. It looked like the ground is what caused it to pop up, but I was wrong on the last one. Let's see if a new angle can give us more evidence here. Gadsden. Oh my goodness. Gadsden, as he's trying to get to the ground, gets peanut punched. And that is a fumble, and that's a solid play by the Miami Dolphins defense. That is a solid play. Gadsden, again, he had it. He had it cradled. He had it in the right spot. He's trying to get down. Gadsden is beating himself up about it on the sideline. Shake it off, Rook. Welcome to the NFL, where there are very good DBs in every team, in every secondary. That kind of stuff is going to happen. Yeah, that was a good play. That was a good play by the defense. Looked like he was down, but just as he's trying to get down to the ground, it gets peanut punched, which is a shame because I want to see way more of Oronde Gadsden this week. I think that he could be a very, very good supplement piece with Quentin Johnston not in this game. Figure with the $5 haul, I think we should be more concerned about getting linemen before running backs before the trade deadline. Maybe good guards or tackles from struggling teams. Now, there's two parts to this because you are absolutely correct. Okay? Nobody's going to argue that. I think we need offensive line. That should be the top of our team's priority list. Is trying to get more O-line in here. And honestly, there may be some opportunity to do so. I don't know what the cost is going to be. O-line is a very high demand position, but that's exactly the point I was trying to make, is that trading for a running back is a million times easier than trading for O-line because teams can't really afford to let go of that position that is at such a huge demand all over the league. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean there won't be trades. I think there will be, but I think most of them are going to either be, you know, if you're very lucky from a struggling team, you can get a nice solid starter. But more than likely, you're going to get guys that are backups, guys that are struggling, that are looking for a change of scenery, which I'll take all of it, right? I don't care what the situation calls for. I don't care what kind of return we're getting. We need to make some sort of move in terms of O-line. But I don't expect it to be as team affecting or as earth moving as a running back trade would be because of how badly we need that position. Because let's be fair, before the Chargers lost Omari and Hampton, we were running the football pretty well despite the offensive line looking just as bad as it does right now. And that's because I've said this very many times this year, I firmly believe a talented running back can overcome the struggles of a bad offensive line. We don't really have that right now. We've got okay running backs. I like Kamani Vidal a lot if we had a better offensive line. But there's my spiel on it. Still go get a running back. Try and get somebody at a value. And if you're going to trade up for somebody this season, go get an offensive lineman if you can. But the likeliness of that is a little less. But speaking of the devil, here goes Devon Achane. He's going to house this thing, man. Very quick touchdown for Devon Achane. Miami Dolphins are now on top. Gadsden is sick on the sideline. He looks like he's about to throw up. Shake it off, Rook. Still one of my favorite players from this draft class, man. You get out there. You figure it out, dude. Devon Achane, man. Does that Change anybody's idea about going out and trading for him? I still hold the same opinion, but I feel like, again, I'm not going to say no if the price is right. Chargers have been particularly bad the last couple weeks in setting the edge. But that's probably, again, just a really nice play from A-Chan, who's one of the fastest running backs you're going to find in the league. I wonder what his Madden rating is. He's got to be close to 97, 98 speed, 99 even. Very, very fast player. You know what we need, man? First off, I got to get me right. Hang on. Because I'm struggling today, man. You guys want a little window into the director? Actually, something kind of personal I haven't really talked about to anybody. Because it's weird. It's like so hard to relate to it. But ever since I was a kid, I've struggled with something called sleep paralysis. I don't know if anybody's heard about that. Type 1 in the chat if you've heard about sleep paralysis. It's really, really awful thing where you have just kind of like this reoccurring like terror experience when you're asleep. Anyway, I've had them ever since I was a kid, and I'll get them in these like stretches. Here comes the return by Nyheim Hines, by the way. He'll get just past the 25. And this has been one of those stretches, man. Holy cow. It has been a very, very difficult week of sleep. Anyway, I'm trying to be more careful with the energy drink thing. But I still need help. I was watching... My wife actually brought this up, and then I went and watched a podcast from Joe Rogan on this stuff. Have you guys heard of this? This stuff helps a lot, actually. It's kind of like, it's called, you guys can't see because it's out of focus. It's called Ketone IQ. Here comes the first carry. It's Kamani Vidal. Picks up about 6. They're going to say 5. Yeah, 5-yard run. Nice play. Anyway, I'm also on a diet, so I have to be careful with everything that I eat and energy drinks and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, this stuff I've heard, my wife heard was really, really effective, and I've enjoyed it. Let's see if we can get ourselves right here in just a second. Here comes the next pass. It's going to be Lad McConkey, who's trying to pick up the first down. He's going to be very, very close. 5-yard pass, 3rd and 1 coming up for the Chargers. Yeah, if you guys don't know what sleep paralysis is, it's just a night terror experience. I've seen the same entity, or I don't even know what it's called because I don't, it sounds crazy, but just like I've had the same figure in that experience since I was a little kid. Here comes the next play. It's going to be Kamani Vidal. Vidal's going to get free. Vidal all the way down to the 30, the 25, the 20. And he'll finally go down. It's a 38-yard run for Kamani Vidal. I hope everybody was listening when I put my picks out this week, man. Let's go to Underdog for a quick director update. Man, I had Kamani Vidal as chalk this week, dude. Chalk. 24.5 rushing yards was the entry all week long, and I smashed the higher. And we are looking very good to start off some of our underdog entries this week. Let's go! Here comes the next play. Justin Herbert, watch out! And he's going to go down. Kamani Vidal didn't turn around fast enough looking for the football. And it's going to go incomplete. Herbert tried to find him as the safety, what is it, curl over the middle?
He has heart and accountability. Inspector Gadsden will find his way. Gates vibes.
I love that.
Bolt up, fam.
Inspector Gadsden.
No flags. I have sleep paralysis. I wake up suffocating. It's real, but so is our team. Go
wow,
Chargers.
dude, really? That's crazy. I've met so few people in my life that's ever experienced it, too. Here comes Kamani Vidal, another nice carry. It's going to be an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 8 yards, and the Chargers in Miami Dolphins territory now. Red zone, 13-yard line, 3rd and 2nd coming up, 3rd and 2. Thank you, Westside, and thank you for sharing. Dude. I've been the subject of many a study. I've spoken to many people about this, and not a lot of people have ever responded with any experience on it, which is crazy. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Here comes the next play. It's Vidal. Vidal tries to round the corner. No room to run. It's a 4th down Chargers at the 13-yard line. I think we bring out Dicker again, right? Chargers could try and go for it here, 4th and 2. But it feels like Dicker might be the answer here. Yep, here comes Cameron Dicker for the 3-point try again. It'll be up. It'll be good. And the Chargers will close their lead to 1 point of the Miami Dolphins. It'll be 6-7. Here in the late first quarter. All right, I'm going to tell you this, guys, right now. I love this stuff. But it tastes like butt. It tastes like butt wrapped in rubbery, burnt bacon. It is awful. So I'm going to have to chase it real quick, okay? All right. God, that's awful. That is awful. What's in it? Just electrolytes? I'm no scientist, but I'll read off what it has. Ketones, 10 grams. R1, 3. Is it butanidol? That's why it tastes like butt. No, it's butanidol. It's got water, citric acid, stevia for flavor, which I no trace to me. I don't like stevia that much anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Secret recipe, I guess. Secret 11 herbs and spices. But it's a non-caffeinated option in terms of energy. I don't know. My wife said to try it. I saw it on Joe Rogan. I tried it. I like it. Fabian with the 53 months. Hey, director, if I had sleep paralysis for years, you did, really. Power prayer helped. I'll be praying for you, brother. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That is so crazy, dude. Yeah, I've been doing this channel for 5 years. I don't think I ever mentioned it because, honestly, it's just been something that, you know, honestly, in my opinion, I don't like talking about it because I feel like it gives it power. And not in like a supernatural sense, more in like a psychological sense. Like, you know, the more you think about it, the more it happens. Which is something I've tried my whole life to avoid thinking about, right? But every once in a while you get in these like stretches where it's like, you know, you're kind of expecting it. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. That's something that I remember my wife brought me into the hospital one year because it was really bad for like a month. And I had gotten almost no sleep. You guys might be able to go back and find it on the channel because I think it was within the time I was live streaming and stuff. Dude, I was a zombie for like a month. I got almost no sleep. I was like on the brink of collapsing every day. And they brought me in and the docs were very like interested because they didn't know what to do about it. And they ended up putting me on this sleep medication. Like, well, you're going to have to get sleep even if you're having nightmares or whatever. And oh my goodness, dude, it made it so much worse. So much worse. They don't know what to do about it. It's really weird. It's definitely something interesting. It's definitely something that, if you haven't heard about it, it's not great. Here comes the next play. It's Achane again, and Achane is going to pick up 15 yards on that play. That is crazy. Achane is really picking up steam. 16-yard run there. Alex says, hey, Director, I had sleep paralysis. Couldn't move. Felt like, yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Alex, dude. That's nuts, dude. I mean, that was one of the first times I realized other people had experiences with it. Was just I joined a forum when I was maybe like 14. Back when forums were like the, the hotness. And that's the first time I had ever like talked to anybody else that had it. That's crazy that people in my chat have it too. That is way crazy, dude. That is way crazy. Alex, thank you so much for the $10 holla, man. There's a penalty, by the way. 5 yards, neutral zone infraction. Dolphins will have the ball 1st and 5 now at the 50-yard line. Taylor, I will do what people do for Klondike Bar for no lineman. Yes, sir. Please. You guys see that meme of the clown, the Pennyworth clown in the sewer? We got linemen down here, and Chargers fans are just kind of like trying to squeeze in. Go out there and get their quarterback some protection. Figure with the 5, do you think a guy like Kelvin Beachum or Tyler Linderbaum is on our radar? Cardinals and Ravens have some decent linemen that are struggling heavily. Yeah, I think those are really good names to be looking at. Not going to be... Well, Tyler Linderbaum, maybe not. But there's a lot of guys out there that maybe could use a change of scenery to help themselves out. That is, I feel like, some of the targets that would be more realistic for the Chargers. Some of my favorite come from the Saints. Trevor Penning is one that I have my eye on. The Browns have a few too. Nick Bitonio, I think, was one that we were keeping an eye on as well. It'll be very difficult to find anybody that are willing to part with offensive linemen, but those would maybe be kind of the angle that you're looking for in those situations. Raimundo with the 5. Sometimes I hear a voice right before waking up. My paralysis. Yep. Do therapy, journaling, magnesium before bed. It helps. Thanks, Director. Thank you so much. Yes, So I was part of a study group when I was a teenager, because there was one other spell other than the one I told you about with my wife bringing me into the doctor. I had one particularly horrible spell when I was in high school, and they sat me down. They said a lot of the same things. We tried a whole bunch of it was journaling, but like logging, where I had to record the different environments that I would put myself in order to go to bed. There would be some where I had the TV on or a white noise machine. Sometimes we had this light that would change color between blue and red. It would kind of like go back and forth. There's a lot of different things that we tried. And I just don't know if we have the understanding of it quite yet to know what to do about it. I think in my experience as somebody who has had it literally my whole life, I literally have spells of it at least 2 or 3 times a year, where it'll be sometimes a couple of days, sometimes a couple of weeks, hopefully not worse than that. As somebody with a long life of dealing with it, the best thing I can tell you is to try and not think about it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm thinking about it right now because I think it's important. I didn't know this. Many other people, or even anybody in my chat, would have similar experiences, but that is by far and away the best chance that you have, is to try and put your mind off of it. And what I do, which is maybe not super healthy, but I will either envelop myself in a TV show or a video game to like make that the focal point of my thinking for a few days, and that kind of works for me. But that's my best advice. We got a dollar holla coming in from BBR family. BB, what's up? Thank you so much. And then Figure, welcome to the crew. Thank you guys so much. We're waiting to come back from commercial. And we're going to get into the first play now. It's 2nd and 4 for the Miami Dolphins at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be a pass. It's Achane. Underneath, picks up a first down, 10 yards, now on the 39-yard line. You guys, the director, a little update. My brother, he is at UCSD, one of the top hospitals in the U.S., still fighting but doing okay. Also, major sleep paralysis for my hospitalization this year. Wow, dudes, that is so crazy, man. Hugo, big ups and prayers and love to you and your family, man. Give him some love in the chat, man. That is not an easy thing to go through. Big love, Hugo. 1st and 10. It's another carry for Achane, who this time gets wrapped up by Bud Dupree on the edge. Chargers need to do a better job of doing just exactly what we saw there. Setting the edge, reaching, grabbing a jersey, a cleat, a shoestring of the running back. It'll be 2nd and 8 Dolphins at the 37-yard line. Big love to our guy, Hugo. Second and 8. It's Tua, who's under pressure, has to throw it away. Flurry of Chargers got through that time. Hey, Korlak, did you get my text? I sure hope that you put that Kamani Vidal entry in Underdog. We got Korlak addicted to football. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Chargers defense. They've done a good job so far outside of that Achane run. Let's see if they can make a play here to get off the field and force just 3 points. Here comes Tua stepping back. He's going to try and run. No, he's going to throw on the run. It's Darren Waller. It's going to be a big play, but there is a flag. And it is coming back. It was the Miami Dolphins called for holding. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. 3rd and 18. Can the Chargers hold on? Maybe make a big play here because this pushes them out of field goal range. Dude, Tooley absolutely got grabbed. 3rd and 18. Come on, Chargers. Third and 18. It's a screen. No, it's a pass back. It's going back to Achane. Achane's got some space. Oh, luckily he gets wrapped up by Owe. This is Owe. Dude, that's great. I love that. This is Owe. Get some Mandalorian. Get some Knuckles. Heads up play by Odafe Owe. Hitting that speed. Man, he is fast for a lineman. For an edge. And there'll be a long field goal attempt now for the Miami Dolphins. They saw Cameron Dicker do it. They said, let me try. And it is up, and it is very, very wide to the right. And it is no good. Chargers take over on downs at the 39-yard line. Hey, let's go, defense. Dude, awesome effort by the edge players that drive. 45s and 98s in the chat. It was Tooley and Owe who really blew that play up. Luckily, that flag, it kind of saved us from Waller. But 98s and 45s in the chat for our edge rushers who showed up in that drive. Now no points to the Dolphins. The Chargers get a chance to hopefully take the lead here starting at the 39-yard line. Big first game for Odafe Owe, who, man, dude, I mean, that's something that I read about, something I saw a little bit about in reviewing, and honestly, that was somebody that we were looking at before even he got traded. We're like, well, the Ravens are a definite trade partner every year. That's speed, man. That's speed at edge. That's speed for a football player. He's fast. He is very fast for a man playing on that defensive line. That is a fast dude. He sprinted to the sideline on that screen or that fake, wide receiver screen one side and they threw it to the other side. That was fantastic. Good effort by Owe. And Thule, very much so disruptive as well. Yeah, Vidal, I see you. Hey, what happened on the Rams? I just heard it on Red Zone. I have it kind of lightly playing in the background. Oh, Puka Nacua is down. No, dude. Nacua is like a hometown hero. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm watching it. I have the Red Zone on a separate monitor here. That doesn't look good. Yeah, Puka, dude. That is tough. Timothy with the $2 holiday. Now we just need O-line and running back help. Yes, we do. Honestly, it's so crazy how close this team is, man. Like, you get the offensive line just a little bit of help. When Alt is back, especially, that's going to help a lot. And you bring in maybe some force at running back, and we're back where we started at 3-0. But, man, it's been tough. Here comes Herbert. Oh, he's going to let it fly. Justin Herbert with the H-bomb hits Ladd McConkey. And McConkey is going to pick up a nice chunk of yards there. That's a 21-yard pass to Ladd McConkey. The Chargers instantly in Dolphins territory at the 32-yard line. 15's in the chat. 10's in the chat. That's an H-bomb to our guy, Lightning Ladd. Oh, let's go, Ladidi. Herbert and McConkey getting on the same page. That's something you want to see right away. 1st and 10. Here comes the handoff. It's a run to the edge. It's Kamani Vidal. Vidal past the 20, past the 15, down inside the 15. Another big 20-yard run for Kamani Vidal. And Vidal showing why he was such a hype pick for the Chargers just a few seasons ago. Able to hit the edge. We're going to need you, Vidal. We're going to need you. Great start. 30's in the chat for Kamani. Here's 1st and 10. Chargers now threatening inside the 15. It's another carry for Vidal, who tries going up the middle this time. Not a lot of space. It'll be 2nd and long coming up. Yeah, Vidal's biggest strength you're going to see is on those plays like we've saw previous. To get him to the outside, find some space past the edge, and you're looking pretty good. He's had to make do, though. He's had to, throw some stiff arms in there, run through some tacklers in order to make that happen. But that is the strength of Vidal. That's what you want to look at. Here comes 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Timothy with the 5, 15. Hey, brother, what do you think of trading for Breece Hall? If the price is right. That's all I'm going to say with these running backs. If the price is right, I am absolutely about it. Justin Herbert. There's a flag. They're going to call it dead right away. False start on the Chargers. They're going to push him back. It'll be 2nd down. And 15. Again, I don't know what the asking price is for all of these running backs. I would imagine Achane is somewhere around the 1st or 2nd round pick. Breece Hall, I would guess, is around a 3rd round pick, maybe 2nd round pick. Hall has not been especially good outside of this season, though, so maybe you can get away with like a 3rd or 4th. If that's the case, I'm going for Breece Hall. But my preference is like a late round pick. Give me Rocket Sanders or somebody like that for the time being. 2nd and 15, over the middle. It's Ladd McConkey. He's trying to get free. Oh, he's going to pick up a chunk right there. It'll be 7 yards. It looked like it had potential to go way further than that. It's a 3rd and 8 coming up at the Miami 11-yard line. We would love a touchdown, Chargers. Come on, baby. Y'all keeping an eye on the offensive line for me too, right? Defense is what they're looking at on the field. Fans have them up in the air. Let's see if the Chargers can crush their hopes and dreams. Smash through that fence. Come on, Bolts. 3rd and 8, would love a touchdown. Come on, baby. Herbert's got to throw it quickly. It's going to be to the end zone. Looking for Gadsden. It's too far. 4th and 8. Chargers will take the lead here with a Cameron Dicker field goal. But Gadsden, who's got a lot of targets in the red zone, no touchdown yet. And I'm going to say it's because it's about the same story. It's usually overthrown or under pressure or whatever. He's got to get his sometime. Here's 4th and 8. Chargers take the lead now. It's 9-7. Cameron Dicker carrying this team this week with 3 field goals. We've got the lead. Let's see if we can hold on to it. Tim Theed, what draft picks do we have left? Good question. Let's go take a look-see, a looky-loo. We still have a lot of draft picks. Of course, we dealt our 5th rounder for Owe and our 7th rounder, I think, next year for Deculus. Let's see. All right, we have obviously our 1st through 4th rounders. We dealt our 5th rounder. We have our 6th, and we dealt our 7th. And that is the pick that we sent for Elijah Molden. Yeah. 7th round pick this year for Elijah Molden, which turned out amazing. Our 5th round pick went for Adafe Owe. So we still have 5 picks. I would assume we're going to get a handful of compensatory picks as well. Let me see if there's something available for that right now. I don't think the formula really reveals much of itself until later. Won't be awarded until the spring. I wonder if there's a projection. Projected compensatory picks. Okay. Let's find the AFC West real quick, because I'm very interested in this too, man. AFC South. AFC West. Okay. It's very unclear. We might get a 7th, it says. We might get a 7th. But we'll see. I thought it was going to be more than that. Here comes the Chargers defense now, wanting another piece of Tua Tagovailoa. See if we can make it happen. But I'll keep an eye on that, Tim. That's a good question. Would you trade for Chubb? Nah, not anymore. I think the Owe trade was perfect. I think that he's going to give us actually a better return all around in every aspect than we would have with Bradley Chubb. And I just didn't expect him to go for so cheap. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Alohi Gilman was part of the trade. We're going to miss him. We had a surplus at the position anyway. But a 5th round pick for Owe was a steal, as we're starting to see even in his first game. So I think we're okay at edge. Now all focus, I have to say, is mainly on the offense. That's who needs the help there. First play is going to go 7 yards to Waddle. And it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Dolphins now at the 42-yard line. Ooh, Elijah Molden questionable to return versus the for the Los Angeles Chargers. Puka was parted off the field. You hate to see that. Here comes Ollie Gordon for his first carry. He's going to get blown up. Yo, Troy Dye Deion Henley. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. It'll be a Miami Dolphins 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Nice effort there by the Chargers defensive line. And linebackers, dude. Let's go. Deion Henley. Guy has really stepped up too, man. He's been great. I don't think Denzel Perryman, who was hurt most of the season, he's had some opportunity. He's looked really good. Tua's going to look over the middle and hit his receiver. It's Washington. Crap. It'll be a first down, but there is a flag. I think it's on the Chargers, though. I think it's offsides on the Chargers. They were going to say roughing the passer, but they picked up the flag, and it was a first down anyway to Washington. Here's 1st and 10. Now at the 49-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. It's Tua over the middle. He's going to find his guy, Waddle. Oh, just underneath Cam Hart. Nice route. 20 yards to Waddle. And the Dolphins now have the ball at the 32-yard line. Ugh. Can the Chargers bend but not break? Unlikely we keep the lead here. Can the Chargers keep it to 3 on defense? Here comes the carry. It's Achane. He's going to break the first tackle. Picks up about 4. They're going to say 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Come on, baby. 2nd and 7. Let's make a move here, defense. Touchdown here, definitely not my favorite. I need to see the defense make a play. Here's 2nd and 7. In motions, Achane. Here comes Tua, looking, fires. He's going to find Waddle underneath, who's going to try and round the corner all the way to the opposite side of the field. Oh, breaks a tackle on Derwin James, but ultimately gets pushed out by Deion Henley. Dude, that must have been a 30-yard play just running around the field. It's going to pick up 1 yard of offensive on offense, though. Maybe nothing. It's going to be 3rd and 7 now. I got scared for a second there, but holy cow, dude. Again, the speed on defense in display. It's Deion Henley who's able to cross the entire field with Jalen Waddle to push him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 7. Come on, baby. 3rd and 7. Ooh, low snap for Tua. He's going to get the ball out. Almost intercepted. Nicely defended by Cam Hart. And it's going to be 4th and 7. Nice stop by the Chargers defense. Nice play by Hart to swat that thing away. 20's in the chat, and we got ourselves a 4th down. Dolphins will be going for 3 here to try and retake the lead. It's up. It's good. Dolphins lead by 1. It's a 9-10 score with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Remember, Malik Washington returned it. The Dolphins received the football at the top of the game. Chargers will get the ball at second half. So an opportunity for the Bolts to go put up points and then follow it up with another possession. That is what I'm hoping to see here. 4.5 minutes, 3 timeouts, more than enough time for the Chargers to try and make something happen. Come on, baby. 9-10 is your score. How's about a quick underdog check here? How is the director looking with the first half almost in the books? We got Ladd McConkey, Darren Waller. So far, so good. This one, man, this could be cool. I mean, we got to wait to see what happens with Keenan. This will be the first time Keenan doesn't hit that 5, which would be a bummer. But this one, you know, you're hoping. We already got the Kamani Vidal. Keep it lower on Tua. So far, only 50 yards in the first half. Looking good there. What else do we got here? Justin Herbert's got the 1 attempt. He'll need a few more. Need a little help here on this one. But still definitely in range. Buka got hurt, so this one likely gets refunded. We'll have to see if the Daniel Jones holds up, too. Sam Darnold. He's on a good pace. Only need the 1 touchdown from Dylan Gabriel. Kamani Vidal, 72 yards already. This one's looking pretty nice. This is a big entry right here, too, man. The ones I feel extra confident on, these are the ones that get the big numbers. We got to contain Darren Waller for the rest of the game, but so far, so good. I actually doubled down on this. My brother texted me yesterday or 2 days ago. He says, hey, what's the chalk? What's the chalk this week? And I was like, I love Vidal, and I think we can hold down Darren Waller because of Derwin James. I went double on that one. You'll see. That's 2 big boy entries on that chalk for me. And then I had some bonus cash I had to start parting ways with, so you're going to see some more for the later games. But I think that's all I have outside of this right here. So this is the streaks, right? And so you can add a player. If you hit on 2, you can add another one to keep, raising your return. And this was, again, 2 other ones that I was pretty high on was JSN and Kamani Vidal. I had Vidal everywhere this week, man. He's looking pretty good. I think everything else is in the later windows. So I'm going to say so far we're fine. Luckily, some of our lower stuff for the ones that maybe need a little help, and the higher stuff is looking pretty good. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Here comes the kickoff. The Chargers will return. It's KLS who gets past the 30 this time. He's going to be down at the 35-yard line. Maybe his best return so far as a Charger. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 35. Bolts. It's 1st and 10. Can the Chargers offense get things going here? We need a decent amount of yards. We got 4.5 minutes to make it happen. It's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert. He's got to get rid of it quick. He's going to get it to his tight end. I think that's Will Dissly. He changed the jersey, right? Yeah, 89. It's Will Dissly who picks up a 4-yard reception. It'll be 2nd and 6. No Tyler Conklin that I've noticed today. Gadsden, I think, still your best option for receiving, even though he's had a tough start today. It'll be 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert, again, has to get rid of it quick, and I think he's going to hit Gadsden this time. Picks up a 1st down, Chargers. Gadsden, you got to shake this thing off, man. You're a good football player. Justin Herbert likes you a lot. Let's keep it going. Aronde Gadsden for 8 yards on that one. It'll be 1st and 10 with 3.5 minutes left from the 47-yard line. Hassan Haskins with the carry. He's going to get to the line. And not an inch further. It'll be a 0-yard return. 2nd and 10. Starting to run out of time here a little bit. 3 minutes still should be plenty of time with 3 timeouts, but maybe a little bit more giddy up. Be a little bit more giddy up. Try and get to the line. Sure, I think the Chargers are also in the back of their mind saying, hey, we don't want to give the Dolphins too much time. But you still have a lot of time yourself, man. 2nd and 10. And we might have a penalty on the Chargers here. Ball start on the Bolts. They're going to move back 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. Austin Deculus, this Chargers offensive line. Do I still have the stat written down from one of my other videos here? Let me go look real quick. Do we have the penalties? I think it was something like 24 penalties for like almost 200 yards the Chargers had given up in the previous 2 weeks, which is insane. Here comes the snap. Herbert is down, but there is another flag. It's a false start on the Chargers. So they're going to say no play, but they still got to Herbert and brought him down. Isn't that a penalty in and of itself, too? Isn't that a penalty? Bringing down the quarterback if there's no play? Second and 20 now. This is insane, dude. This is kind of what we expected. Two-minute warning just hit, too. We got 2 minutes and 20 yards to convert. Bradley Bozeman not looking great as expected. Bobby Hart not looking great as expected. It is tough times out here for Justin Herbert. Who is Bobby Hart? Bobby Hart. Tackle for the in the National Football League back in 2022 would be his last start. Has not played a snap since then. Now protecting the right side of Justin Herbert. Danny Fan, $5 5 straight quarters without a touchdown. Wow. Wow. That is illuminating. A tough stretch for the Chargers, who, again, have had the opportunity. These defenses are not great. Miami is not great, particularly versus the run, but not great. We got ourselves the Giants, horrible defense. Commanders, sneakily not great in a lot of different areas. 5 quarters, no touchdowns. Woo! That one sucks. Put in Bobby Boucher. What's up, Drew? It's real with the 5. Thoughts on putting in Trey Lance? Nah, not yet. I mean, you of course, we're all thinking it. But I don't know, dude. It's tough. It's tough. It's just, you're down 1 point. You know what I mean? You want to remain competitive. But I get the perspective. I understand because I've been thinking it myself. We're coming back from the 2-minute warning. Put me at right tackle? Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. I am more of a guard-sized person. That's all I want to say. So 2nd and 20. The Chargers got a long ways to go. Honestly, they've sucked at it all season, but I would be willing to try it here. Maybe a screen to Kamani Vidal, who's a pretty decent receiving back. In motion is going to be Trey Harris. Dolphins are sending some heat, as they should. Justin Herbert, he's looking, fires. It's too short for KLS. who had some space, man. Oh, my goodness. Would have been a catch 3 yards from the first down. Instead, it's 3rd and 20. And you're probably looking at a run here and a punt. That's probably what I would do. Run it and punt it, given the Dolphins only one timeout. But it's tough. Who do the Chargers look for here on 3rd and 20? It's probably Ladd McConkey or bust. You can convince me of Gadsden. Herbert's got to bring it in, and he's going to hit his tight end Gadsden, who was the short option. It's not going to net a lot of yards, and the Chargers are going to have to punt this thing away. Dolphins are going to burn a timeout. And it'll be 1:48 left on the clock for them after this punt. Honestly, a good opportunity for the Chargers defense. They're going to be playing hurry up. 2-minute offense. All I'm going to say is this is as good an opportunity as any to hit a turnover, man. All I'm going to say. Where's roughing the passer? I know, dude. It's been a tough one today. Here comes the punt by J.K. Scott. It's going to bounce and get touched down inside the 20. Dolphins, long-ish field. But Tua's got 2 timeouts. Or wait, 1 timeout, right? And almost 2 minutes to try and drive this Dolphins team into scoring range. I think this is as good an opportunity as any for the defense to try and force something here. At least you started Dicker. Yeah, it's a stark contrast when you're looking at it that way. Like, the Chargers' offense in the first 3 weeks when we had players was so good. And what sucks is that you guys know that meme where they show the quarterback getting sacked and he can't throw and there's a wide open receiver, and it's to make an argument why offensive line are so important, because underneath it shows him actually having time getting blocks and then throwing to anybody. You know what I mean? It feels like that right now. It feels like we've got weapons. Ladd, Trey's been nice today. Of course, Keenan Allen, but there's just no time for anything to happen right now. Just no time. So we'll see. This week, there's going to be a lot of talk about trades because the trade deadline, yes, it's coming up in a couple of weeks. November 4th, right? Is that the trade deadline? That is something that the Chargers are going to have to sort out who they're looking for. But I want to put some names out there in terms of guys I would trade for. You're going to see a lot of offensive line. Again, I don't know who bites, but that's going to be the big one. A couple of running backs. You could convince me even of a fullback. I'd be in the market for a fullback, depending on what's going on with Scott Matlock, right? Just got to get some pieces on this offense to extend these plays a little bit. I got to do that sooner rather than later, too, because me and Mrs. Director are going to be traveling... What is it? A week from Thursday, excuse me. To go meet you guys at the Vikings game. We'll be at the Vikings game that week. And by the time we get back, we're not going to have a lot of time to talk more trades. So we'll see. We'll see. Go get Horvath back again. Dude, I just talked about him yesterday. He's my guy. I will always wonder... what could have been. First play for the Dolphins is a 10-yard run for Devon Achane. They're going to say 9. It's just short. It's 2nd and 1. If you guys are going to be at the Vikings game, come find me at Thunder Alley. I'm going to be set up with the Die Hard Bolt Club If y'all are looking for a pick or a fun conversation, here comes the Dolphins. They're going to pick up the first down. It's a nice pass over the middle. And now hurrying up, they're going to snap it again. It's Tua on the run. Is he going to actually run for this? No, he's going to throw it away. That's crazy. Tua had like 10 yards of grass in front of him, but honestly, maybe the move considering the time on the clock, but more so the move because we know Tua's history in that sort of situation. 2nd and 10. Justin thinks he saw some holding on OA, possibly. I must have missed it. 2nd and 10. Dolphins now at the 39-yard line. It's Tua. He's looking, scrambling. Gets hit from behind. Is it a fumble? They're going to say incomplete. Dude, Owe got in there and absolutely blew up Tua. Owe. 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 98's in the chat, please. Thank you. Adafe Owe almost logs his second sack. Looked like it could have been a fumble. And he is on fire his first game. Let's go. 3rd and 10. Give me some more Owe, please. It's Tua going deep down the middle of the field. It's an insane grab by Waddle. I can't even describe properly how insane the thing that just happened. Maybe challenge this. Challenge this right away. Challenge it. I don't know if he had possession all the way through the catch, man. Hey, throw the red flag. Okay. So, we took a timeout. They're going to take another second to look at it, but it looks clean. It looks like a catch. He bobbled it about 6-7 times. Somehow it falls into his grasp. That's a 45-yard catch, putting the ball inside the Chargers' red zone. Holy crap, dude. Tim with the 2. You want to win, put boo and boo. Boo about to spin. Oh! Israel with the 5. Sorry to say, but we're making ordinary teams look amazing. It is on certain fronts, yeah, for sure. Finesse World with a 2. Hard being a fan right now. It's tough, but always bleed powder blue. Underneath is going to find A-Chan. It's incomplete. Nicely defended by Derwin James. 2nd down coming up. Dolphins are at least going to get their 3. Got to hold them to just that, though. Still 40 seconds and a timeout, though. Tough sledding. This team's heart is not great. Now, I'm not talking about their willingness to put themselves out there. I'm talking about the Bobby Harts and the Cam Harts of the world are struggling this week. At least Owe looks fantastic. That's a fantastic return on investment. Dante Jackson's out of the game and limping. Tua's going to go underneath. He's going to find A-Chan. Breaks the first tackle. There is a flag. Chargers are losing a starting corner, it would appear. Hands to the face by the offense. Wow. Okay, 10-yard penalty pushes him back to the 27-yard line. Okay. Man, what a tough break, dude. Here comes the underneath once more to Achan. Achan, man, dude, able to sneak in. Picks up close to 10. Gross. Third and 12 after that Achan. They're going to say run. Again, they're in the red zone, so they're going to get 3 points no matter what. Chargers got to hold them here, dude. What would it be? 13-9 is reasonable, especially if you get the ball at half, but gotta hold him here, dude. It's Tua over the middle. He's gonna find his tight end number 89. They're gonna try and spike this or throw it, or no, it's 4th and 2. They gotta get the field goal unit out there. There it goes. Here comes the Dolphins for the 3-point try with 5 seconds on the clock. It is up. It is good. Dolphins take a 13-9 lead. Not a perfect drive for the Chargers defense, but good on him for holding him to 3 after that disastrous play to Jalen Waddle. The 9-13 is going to be your halftime score as the Chargers run into the tunnel a little bit more banged up than they did when they started this game. Yeah, not looking good. Need to make adjustments. I want to say that's the answer, but like I'm such a team composition guy that it makes it difficult for me to be like, we'll figure it out, because with who? You know what I mean? And Nico Reed was out this game, by the way. He was inactive, so what are the Chargers going to do at corner? We're a little short-handed all of a sudden, too. This is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. Basically a team of second stringers at this point. There's a lot of talent all over this roster, but we are missing, in particular, focused in on 1 or 2 positions. Depleted. Absolutely depleted. So I don't know, man. But holding the Dolphins to just 3 points, that's a bit of a win in and of itself. Gotta hope the Chargers can score a touchdown this game with the way things are going. But hopefully we come out next drive and we're handing the football off to Vidal on outside design runs. We're throwing some screens out there. We're hitting the quick passes to our despite his start, Aronde Gadsden still feels like a great option. Trey Harris has been looking great. Ladd is always out there. You got to find a way to move this football. Defense can only do so much. You know what I mean? But good on Odafe, man. At least that's been the bright side of this game for me. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to throw you guys over to our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Still the greatest way in the human history of watching sports to catch your Chargers and all NFL football games without spending an arm and a leg. Completely legitimate when paired with the NFL-provided service of NFL Game Pass. Check them out. I'm gonna take a close look at the first half and see what the Chargers possibly can do to bounce back here. Which is a reminder, they do get the football at the second half, so there's at least one silver lining. Real quickly, too, Timothy with the 2. Sorry, chat, Roman isn't going anywhere. I would say it's unlikely, but yes, that will be a conversation to be had as well. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Watching football is awesome, but finding where to watch the freaking game, not so awesome. Because for whatever reason, it's ridiculously complicated. You need like 1 million subscriptions. Amazon Prime, ESPN, Peacock, Netflix, etc. That's like $100 a month, and you're only getting some of the games. And blackouts, those suck. But there's always Sunday Ticket, right? Sure, you can get this one for $480. But once again, I hope you like blackouts. Or this one for just $378, where you get most of the games. But you also need YouTube TV, which is like another $80 a month, which adds up to a total over of like $800. Guys, come on. Football should never be this expensive or complicated. And it doesn't have to be, because I found something many years ago. Maybe one of the best kept secrets they don't want you to know about. NFL Game Pass. This will almost seem too good to be true, because NFL Game Pass is basically a self-contained streaming service of just live NFL games and content. This is the Netflix of football. Yes, live games, every single one. No blackouts, all in one place, and the best part, affordable. It's like $20 a month. So why are we not all over this? Why doesn't everybody have this in the NFL season? That's because for some reason, they only make it available to international audiences, folks across the pond. The best NFL streaming app in the world actually exists, but we're locked out. Except the thing is, I found the key, and it's so easy. And now I'm sharing it with you guys. It's a VPN. You know that thing that allows you to bounce your signal to like another place in the world? Yeah, that works with NFL Game Pass. Now you get access to this awesome thing, and you can enjoy football like a normal human being without having to sell a kidney. It really is so easy. Let me show you. First off, you'll need a VPN. I've tried many. ExpressVPN is the best, and they know it. And they know I know it. And they know how much I love it. So they sent me a discount to forward to you good people. Use my link in the description when signing up. It'll get that price down to as low as like $5 a month. Worth every penny. Next, you'll need to turn on the VPN, set up your location. I would highly recommend this one. Das is good. And we're ready to rock and roll. Now, Game Pass is currently hosted on DAZN.com, of which the NFL has partnered with. So you want to go there, or you can follow the link in the description that'll take you directly to the Game Pass page. And when you're there, and this is new by the way, check this out. You can actually watch the preseason for free right now. Guys, this is actually huge. I would highly recommend trying this out, at least to this point, so you can make sure everything's working properly before paying for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Because look, right now, I'm watching for free. Not a penny spent. And I'm sure if I was doing this for the first time, I'd be losing my mind. Like I'm sure you guys are gonna. Now that you tried it out, you're ready, you're satisfied with the epicness of the Game Pass app, and wishing you could go back in time so you could have been using this method for the last 5 years, you're ready to go ahead and grab whichever subscription you want for the season. Yes, this will give you access to live broadcasts from American commentators, all in English, in real time, no blackouts to the NFL season. And again, it's on the cheap, like $20 a month. Look, it converts to like what, $22, $23? But that's it. You're done. Welcome to easy, affordable football. Now, a couple of notes before I let you excited football fans back into the world. One, when you're doing this, just make sure your VPN is on before going to DAZN.com. Otherwise, they won't let you in. Next, if you're having issues accessing the site, maybe try using Chrome and clearing your cache. Works wonders for me. Lastly, if you want to enjoy the game on your TV, it's actually super simple. You can either go the college kid HDMI cable out the laptop route, or you could find the ExpressVPN app on your phone, cast it to your TV. I know it's on Fire Stick, smart TVs, Xbox, whatever, and load up that way. Just make sure that the DAZN app is also available on that device. I think it's available on most. I personally use a Fire Stick myself, but it's made super easy. One day I hope Game Pass will be available to everyone, not just international folks, because really, this is how watching football is supposed to be. No jumping between apps, no expensive bundles, just one app, one place, easy, affordable football. So with that, I release you. Good luck on your football watching journeys this year. I hope this video makes the best sport in the world easier to enjoy and access for everyone. Be sure to use my link in the description for the best deal on ExpressVPN and watch football the way it's supposed to be. It's football season, baby. And we are back. Shout out to our sponsor, ExpressVPN, still the best way to catch your NFL action every single week. And definitely the most affordable. That's all I'm going to say. All right, let's take a look at what we got going on here at halftime. Chargers not looking great, man. Offensively, it has been an absolute disaster. Again, I can pinpoint exactly when it first went the wrong way. When Joe Alt went down versus the New York Giants in week 4, right? That is when things started really going wrong for this team. It feels like it never really found its footing again after that, man. It has been bad. It has been particularly bad. Give me 1 second here. I got to check something. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at what made the first half such a concern for the Chargers, hoping that they're able to find an answer. But right now, man, we got to get some people on this football team. We got to get some bodies in front of Justin Herbert, because it has been very scary out there for our quarterback. Real quick, Jose with the 5. Who's got more injuries than us? Nobody. We're coming out with the dub this week. I hope so. I hope we find a way to win this game. We need it so bad. We need any kind of momentum, any kind of hope. Because honestly, winning this game could influence the Chargers to actually jump in and make some change. Like, create some opportunities for help. Honestly, I again, if you lose this game, you're thinking, well, I guess we're just going to have to tread water until something happens in terms of guys coming back. But if we win this game, maybe there's some hope that the Chargers like, okay, let's go out and find somebody. We've survived. We got to find players to patch some of this nonsense we're seeing on the offensive line. You can only hope. Real quick, Alvaro with the $10 holla. Director, what position can you play? We can suit you up. Okay, honestly, let's see. 6'1". I'm going to be kind to myself. Maybe 250, right? You can put me maybe at fullback, right? I could play a little fullback because that's what we're talking about in offense, right? I don't know if I can get in there on guard. I'm going to be honest with you there. I'm probably a little too small for that. I'm too slow for tight end. I would say fullback is probably all you're going to get out of the director. I think that's what we're going to get there, man. But hey, I'll throw my body. I'll throw my body to give Kamani Vidal some space. Anyway, all right, let's take a look here, man. We got ourselves some stats from the first half. Man, dude, Justin Herbert is such a good freaking player. This is an absolute shake your head moment, man. Despite all the problems, 93 yards is, I'm going to say, very spectacular. Despite all of the nonsense we've been seeing on that offensive line. Oh, boy, dude. Tua will have outpaced us, though, at 116. He does have the interception. But that's going to be the story of this team until we get it fixed. Can we get that offensive line looking right, man? It has been just so bad since Joe Alt went down. In terms of rushing, however, this is kind of the angle we were hoping that we would take, and so far it seems to be working out okay. Kamani Vidal with 72 yards in the first half is pretty good. Of course, the Dolphins are keeping pace. 89 yards and a touchdown. Devon Achane. But we kind of expected Kamani to be that guy. The Dolphins' defense is pretty bad versus the run, so maybe we continue trying to feed Kamani, but feed him a little bit more towards his strengths. I know that you can't run it 100% of the time, but seeing him run up the middle, I always feel like there's like a 10% chance that works. But running to the outside, okay, there's a good chance here. Maybe we find some space. That's been something that's working out for us. Finding quick throws to these particular targets. Also something to keep in mind. Ladd McConkey, Oronde Gadsden. Trey Harris can be that guy too. But I do think the two targets that you've seen the most in terms of looks from Justin Herbert are probably your best options right now. I do want to say Keenan Allen needs to get more involved. Only the one catch so far. But it could be worse, right? Considering how bad the offensive line has been, it could definitely be worse. On defense, one huge play to Waddle is all they needed to get back in this one. You subtract that one catch, and Tua's down to 70 yards or so in the first half. Maybe less because they don't convert and they don't get the touchdown, or they don't get the field goal. I don't know. Defensively, however, I will say the one bright spot on this team, for me, defense has been pretty solid all around outside of Bobby Hart. Cam Hart, who's given up a couple of big plays. But the story of the day for me has been number 98, Odafe Owe, who's already got the sack, tackle for loss, pass defended, 2 QB hits. He has been on fire. Jim Harbaugh mentioned him in the same breath as Khalil Mack, and we're starting to see some stats very familiar to a number 52 on this defense. 98's in the chat, at least for Odafe Owe. Oh, by the way, shout out to, and 11's in the chat for our guy, Cameron Dicker, who's responsible for all 9 points of the Chargers this week so far. All right, we're getting ready to come back from commercial break. Got to see if the Chargers were able to adjust. They do get the ball at half. How are they going to attack the Dolphins knowing that they have no time, no blocking, and no space for Justin Herbert? Got to see how they want to perhaps adjust their game plan here in the second half. Here comes the return by the Chargers. It's Hines who will be the return man, and he's going to get down inside the 30 after taking a big hit from Colbert of the Miami Dolphins. It'll be first down inside the 30 for the Chargers. Nyheim Hines, who also hasn't had a start since 2022, similar to our right tackle in Bobby Hart. A lot of guys resurrecting their NFL careers on the Chargers this game. Yeah, that was a big hit. That was a big hit. Here comes first and 10. I think it's Haskins in at running back. He's going to get the first carry. Haskins, he's going to go up the middle for 10 yards. Nice carry. Honestly, could have been a lot more if it weren't for a good tackle by a Miami defender. Nice first play for the Chargers on the ground. That's kind of what I want to see a lot of this drive. Let's get the ball in the hands of our running backs and hope to give Justin Herbert a little relief out here. Alvaro with the 5. We need to draft interior offensive line. First 3 picks. Also, our O-line has been terrible since Corey Linsley retired. Yeah, that's also a very good observation. We need a center. Here comes another carry. It's Haskins again. This time he gets tripped up outside of a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. It's been so long since we've scored a touchdown, man. I need it. My body needs it. My soul needs it. Danny Fan, was that you said 4 quarters before? Is it now 5? You said 5 before. Now it's 6. Herbert, quick throw, looking for McConkey on the outside. It'll pick up a few yards. It'll be 3rd and medium coming up for the Bolts. Chargers need a big play here, man. Or at least something. We got to get this first down. I would hate to start the series as a 3 and out, the second half. That would not spell well for the Chargers. 3rd and 5. I would be looking for Keenan here. Herbert, he's looking, fires. He does get Keenan Allen. And Keenan Allen picks up the first down. Chargers. Thank you, Keenan. 3rd and Keenan gets it done. And it's a 7-yard pass. Chargers now at midfield. We need a lot more of that this game, man. Keenan Allen makes it happen. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 50. Come on, baby. Looks like a run formation to Kamani Vidal. Dolphins are lining up close to the line. It's a play action. Herbert looking, fires deep over the middle. It's Ladd McConkey who picks up a huge first down. Ladd McConkey. 16 yards, a big first down at the 34-yard line. Come on, baby, let's get going. Let's get this momentum back. Some nice plays leading up to what's now the 34-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Who do we feed now? I see Gadsden in the slot. Trips at the top of the screen. Justin Herbert steps back. Free rusher gets in. Herbert's got to get rid of it. He's going to throw it downfield. Oh, he found Trey Harris. They're going to say it's incomplete. It looked like a toe tap grab inside the 15. Oh, did he come down with it? Doesn't look like it. What an almost catch by Trey Harris on a crazy effort. Yeah, he was airborne. That was definitely not in. Crazy effort by Justin Herbert to get that out there almost as accurate as you can ask for while on the run from a free rusher up the middle by the Miami Dolphins. 2nd and 10. Keenan Allen in motion. It'll be another play action. Herbert. Oh, it's a screen designed for Will Dissly. Dissly's going to pick up 10, 15 and a first down. 89 for Will Dissly, who's being asked to come in and play a little tight end receiving-wise in this game. Good on Bozeman for trying, man. Dissly able to get some space despite not a lot of blocking out there. 1st and 10. Same formation. This time it's a quick throw to KLS, who's going to dive forward, picks up about 2. This officially puts the Chargers in the red zone, but can they punch it in, man? It has been a tough assignment for the Chargers getting touchdowns, particularly in the second half so far since that Giants game. Second and 8. At the 19-yard line. Justin Herbert, quick throw. It's Gadsden. Gadsden close to the first down. Tried to throw a hand up there. Nice tackle by the Dolphins. It's going to be a pickup of 7. It'll be 3rd and 1. Third and 2, they're going to say. Can the Chargers pick up the short yardage to continue the drive? Come on, man. How do they attack this? I don't want to see another field goal. I would love to see a touchdown, please. Ooh, Dolphins are sending a lot of heat, man. They're going to have to get rid of this really quickly. Herbert, quick throw. He's going to hit his man, and it's Keenan Allen. Another first down for Keenan. Keeps this drive alive. Another down. It's 1st and goal from the Dolphins. What would that be? 10-yard line? 6-yard line. Excuse me. 6-yard line. Let's go, Keenan Allen. Come on, baby. 1st and 10. Keenan and Ladd on the sideline for this play. Chargers definitely running it here. Dolphins are going to sniff it out quickly, too. It's a pitch, and it is whistled dead. False start, man. 5-yard penalty. That's on KLS. Chargers 1st and goal now from the 11-yard line. On the bright side, Keenan and Ladd making their way back to the lineup. First and goal Herbert, quick throw. He finds Gadsden. And Gadsden picks up about 5. He gets that penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. Come on, baby. I'm ready for a touchdown. It has been a long, long time. Come on, man. 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert. Fisk at the bottom of the screen. Herbert's got to throw it quickly. He's going to get it to Kamani Vidal, but he gets closed in on quickly. Picks up about a yard on that play. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. What do the Chargers have in the playbook to get this thing into the end zone? I think a rollout here is something I might consider just to give us that Justin Herbert factor of running it in for a touchdown himself while also escaping the pocket. I don't know, man. In motion is the running back. Herbert steps up. He's going to throw on the run. He's going to hit Ladd McConkey. Touchdown, Chargers! Ladd McConkey! Finally! Yes! The Chargers take the lead. And it's Lightning Ladd that gets into the end zone. Our first touchdown in 6 quarters. Let's go! 15's in the chat. We needed it desperately. Oh, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Football gods. We needed a touchdown so badly. So that is our first drive of the second half to score a touchdown in quite some time, right? Let's celebrate it, man. Thank you, Ladd McConkey. 15s and lightning bolts in the chat. We needed that so bad. So bad. Let's go, Lightning Chargers. Okay. I'm just quickly checking in on Underdog, man. We need 2 catches from Keenan Allen. We'll hit a pretty big one if we get that in the second half. Couple of rush attempts from Justin Herbert. What else do we need outside of the Chargers? We need a touchdown by Dylan Gabriel. That would hit pretty big. We need to continue containing Darren Waller in this game. We've already hit on a handful of stuff. Cool. At least Underdog's looking good this week. Dave Simmons, thanks for my Underdog, lad. There you go. We're all thinking Underdog, dude. We're all thinking Underdog. Thank you to Ladd McConkey getting this team some points, man, and getting our fantasy managers some points as well. Hugo says, I'm 3 of 6 in Underdog. You went 6 deep. Good luck, Hugo. I imagine that'd be a pretty big one. Director's biggest fan, the best username in all of YouTube. So badly needed that for my mental health. Dude, that is the words that were proper to express the fandom of the Chargers in that moment. We all needed that touchdown for our mental health, dude. We all needed that so badly. Thank you so much. $5 holla. And the words to properly describe the emotion of the Chargers. That is insane. Oh, we needed that. Chargers are now up 16-3. First points in the second half via touchdown in a long time. And Justin Herbert looking as great as ever in that drive, man. Really putting on the cape finding plays despite the lack of blocking and creating a drive, him and Keenan Allen, that now continues. Justin Eboigbe, dude. Holy cow. Another huge stop on defense, or in special teams on that kick return. That's 2 big tackles by Eboigbe. 92's in the chat, man. He's that's insane for a guy his size. Mr. Rager, $5 holla, went to the Utes game last night. Everyone had their phones out watching the BYU game. The BYU game was more exciting. Oh, yes, it was. Dude, that game was so crazy. Double overtime. BYU, number 18 in the nation, looking to hold on a second longer versus Arizona. Dude, that was an awesome game. That game was crazy. Here comes the first play by the Dolphins this drive. It's going to be a carry by Achane that goes for nothing. They're going to say 1 yard return for Devon Achane. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the Miami 26. Yeah, that game was crazy, dude. That was a lot of fun. Need one more touchdown from Herbert. Allen. Okay, and Tua. Good luck, dude. Good luck. 2nd and 9. It's going to be a quick screen to Achane. It goes for nothing. Oh, what a big tackle and such big news on this play, man. Dante Jackson is going to be the man who completely blows up that play, and he was one that was hurt at half, by the way. I was like, man, we're about to lose another starting corner. He's back in, and he makes a big play. And, dude, I look rough. I look like a man that was up all night. Not in the fun way. 3rd and 13. Come on, defense. It's Tua. Tua over the middle. Intercepted. Go, go, go. Get up. And it's going to be brought in, dude. It's Benjamin St. Juste. That's the 2nd pick of this game. Benjamin St. Juste is going to bring it down, and the Chargers are going to have this football at what, the 35-yard line of the Miami Dolphins? Let's go! We needed it. We needed it. It was Achane, the intended receiver. Oh, we needed it so bad, dude. St. Juste has only had 1 pick his entire career up until that play. He is beaming on the sidelines. Good for him, man. I'm going to say I didn't have a lot of faith in St. Juste at the top of the offseason. I was like, we'll see. We'll see if he even makes the roster. Here he is, week 6. Coming down with an interception. Chargers, nice starting field position now inside the 40 of the Dolphins. It'll be 1st and 10. Let's go. Y'all are saying nice pressure by Thule as well. I believe it. Justin Herbert on the play action. He's going to hit his man, Oronde Gadsden. Gadsden breakout game incoming. After a tough start in the first quarter, that's a 21-yard, or excuse me, is that 21-yard pass? Yes, to Oronde Gadsden. And the Chargers have the football at the Miami 15-yard line. Oronde, I had to double take, dude. I was like, whoa. That was a lot of yardage for our tight end in such a short period of time. He is fast. Here's a quick throw. It's Trey Harris breaks the first tackle. Trey Harris picks up about 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 from Miami 7. Come on, dudes. Let's go. Let's pick it up. We have fully embraced this Joe Show offense. You guys remember? The Joe Lombardi offense is back and better than ever. Here's 2nd and 2. I wish I had the clip. I think I removed it a long time ago. 2nd and 2. Herbert hands it off. It's Kamani Vidal picks up a yard. And they're going to say it is 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Rick Monterosa, we need a clean pocket button. Yes, we do. He did it. They blocked for more than 2 seconds. Come on, baby. 3rd and 1. Chargers, who have scored 1 touchdown in the second half for a long period here. Can they please get another one? They're looking like they're going to run it. Chargers. Ooh, it's a pass. It's Kamani Vidal. Vidal to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. We got ourselves some momentum on offense. Finally. 9 yards or 9 points in the first half. After the extra point, what would that be, dude? 14 points in the second half so far. I should say in the third quarter. Let's go. 30's in the chat. 10's in the chat for Justin Herbert getting that thing out there, man. Let's go. The momentum is back. Chargers fans, we needed this so bad. Let's hope to hold on, dude. Let's hold on to this momentum. I cannot tell you how much better 4-2 sounds than 3-3. That would be so massive. Please, let's keep this going. Jerufus with the 49 months. It's hard to believe I've even been on this platform that long. Yo, hope you get some sleep, friend. If we trade, I want offensive line. But no one will trade that. I'll take Hall over Achane. Harris is gone. McDaniel fired, perhaps. And again, I think I'm about that because of the asking price. I think Hall's going to be a few rounds cheaper than Achane. And that's kind of where I'm sitting at. But of course I would love Achane. I just, Breece Hall, that's not a bad haul. If you're trading, let's say, a 3rd or 4th round pick, I'd be about it. David Basta with the $2 holla. Love the anime effects. Let's go Chargers. Big love, dude. Big love. I need to start adding some more, too, dude. Man, whoo! Yeah, I need to get some sleep tonight. I need to knock myself out somehow. I'm seeing ghosts. You're wearing a vintage Eckler jersey. I mean, 30 is 30, am I right? Melatonin? No, melatonin. If you weren't here to listen to that whole spiel before, does not sync well with a certain condition. Aaron Adams, $5 holla. Can we show some love to Vidal? The guys come up huge for us today. $5 holla from Aaron. Yes, 30's in the chat. Lightning bolts in the chat, dude. Oh, that dude. And I'm gonna say this, dude. I went in I have like 5 fantasy leagues that I manage. I went in every single league and picked up Kamani Vidal the moment that Hampton went down. Actually, one of my bigger leagues, I just picked him up this morning, but he's on a lot of my teams. That's because we simply knew. We simply knew that he was going to be the guy in this offense. So far, so good. Kyle, I just saw your text, dude. That's funny, dude. That is funny. You playing the long con. That's Kyle from Bolt Bros, by the way. But hey, man, it's good while it lasted, right? Dude, Delshon Phillips just lit this guy up. The Chargers are not playing on these returns, dude. They are clobbering Washington. Oh, my goodness. Oh, WWE Special Teams Edition. Chargers lightning bolts just striking everywhere on these returns. 53's in the chat for a huge stop there. Trent Super $5 holla. Chargers tattoo. Hey. Ooh, next pass sails over Waddle. It'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Why don't you tag me on Twitter, my guy, if you have Twitter. Or DM me on Insta or something like that, too. If all else fails, my email is attached to the About section on the channel. NFL WWE edition. Man, my hair sucks today. Athir with the 5. Grab that in a second. Here comes the next play by Achan. Ooh, absolutely wrapped up. It's Tito Agbonia. The one with the stop there. 3rd and 10, and the Chargers' momentum feels like it really has arrived. What happened? How dare you picking against us? So disappointed at you. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Honestly, the offensive line had me down all week long. It still needs a lot of help. It really, really does. But I have never been so happy to be wrong in my life. I needed a Chargers touchdown, like Director's Biggest Fan said, for my mental health. And here comes a sack! It's Tuli Tuipulotu! And that's going to be a huge 4th down for the Chargers defense. Oh! Tuli! Owe! This defensive line is back, dude. I don't think we've seen such a quick turnaround in a long time in terms of a Chargers trade. You've got Owe, you've got Tuli, both of these guys eating in this game. Of course, again, the Dolphins' O-line's not great either. But it's really good to see. Oh, that was scary. Hart tripped into the return, was able to grab it and hold it down. But anyway, great return instantly for the Chargers on that trade. Still love you out there. Tim with the $2 holla Hulk Hogan voice. Oh, yeah, brother. Can you get a hold of how many contacts at the Chargers team and have them pass the ball to Keenan Allen a few times? Fantasy is stressing me out. Korlak's in it now. Korlak jumped into fantasy football not knowing the stresses that would follow. Keenan Allen. Cor, did I send you an entry for Keenan Allen? I did, didn't I? What did you put on that one? That's crazy. Hey, I gave you my chalk, though, right? And so far, that's looking pretty good. I'm guessing that you did the one with Fidel, Tua, and Keenan, right? Yep. How is that one looking? I got a quick fantasy check right now, man. Keenan, 2 more catches. And that'd be awesome. That would be a 3-peat hit or a 3-pick hitter, which those are pretty good. I like those. You need 34 yards from Allen? I believe. We believe. You want a Gadsden touchdown? Dude, I would love a Gadsden touchdown. I would love more Gadsden yards, honestly. I want to continue to see him get fed because I want him to be more focused in the second half of the year. Ooh, really? Yeah, I just saw your comment. Yeah. The diet is pretty clean, I'll say that. We got that handled. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've noticed because I have to stare at myself every freaking week on the videos while I'm making them. But we are down almost 40 pounds. I'm happy to say after, I think it's just over 3 months on this diet so far, right? Yeah. We're doing okay. And we're still going. We are still going. Yeah, we got a ways to go still, but we are on the move. Thanks, guys. This is my second time doing this too, dude. I lost like 75 pounds a few years ago. I quit vaping, gained a lot back because obviously There's stress eating involved there. But now no vaping, no weight problems. I want to make life a bit easier after this particular journey. All right, dudes. Next play up for the Chargers. It's going to be a 1-yard run for Vidal. 2nd and 9 now in the 22. Yeah, that's not a fun way to do it, Hugo, but I guess there's a bright side, right? Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert, he's going to go to the sideline. It's Keenan Allen with another catch. It's not a first down this time, but it's a 5-yard grab, and I'm sure Korlak is getting excited. One more catch for Korlak, right? And you still got some work with I think, Tua for the rest of the second half. Yeah, Korlak's like, okay. But it is a 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Can the Chargers get a conversion here, man? Come on, baby. 3rd and 3, actually. This is inside the 30. It's going to be Ladd in motion. Justin Herbert gets rid of it quick. It's going to be, yes, Trey Harris picks up the first down. Chargers, the rookies getting involved in this one. It's Harris. It's Gadsden. Love to see it. And Trey Harris picks up the first down for the Chargers. Let's go Bolts, baby. 1st and 10. I formation. It's Kamani Vidal in at running back. In motion's Gadsden. The carry is to... Oh, it's Kamani Vidal. He's out in open space. Nice blocking results in a nice run. And it's another 27-yard run for Kamani Vidal. And the Chargers all the way down to the 38-yard line on that play. Kamani Vidal, welcome. This is his breakout game. Telling the Chargers, hey, I got you. While Omarion Hampton is sidelined, we got ourselves a nice option at running back. 30's in the chat for Kamani Vidal, who's looking fantastic. That is so awesome for Kamani, man. He's got to be close to 100 yards, if not more. I'm actually going to take a look real quick. On the ground, he's got the touchdown through the air. Yep, 101 yards on the ground. He's got the 14 and a touchdown through the air. A big game for Kamani Vidal. I knew it, dude. I knew it. I was preaching it all week. And you know what? I mean, even if we thought maybe there wasn't a win in our future, we knew that Kamani Vidal was going to be hot this week. And the proof in the pudding there is the fact that he's in all my promotional material. You take a look at the thumbnail for this live stream, it's Kamani Vidal. For my preview, it's Kamani Vidal. It's the Kamani Vidal week, baby. Let's go. Would love another touchdown, please and thank you. I feel you guys. And you know what? It's been a long couple of weeks of just absolute depression and despair and a lot of people rubbing my nose in it, which is totally fair. It was absolutely called for, especially from opposing teams. But this week, I am so happy to be wrong, man. I need to be wrong this week. My mental health, my outlook towards the season, I need to be wrong this week, dude. It has been an absolute factor in this game. The reason why I chose that, the offensive line being so bad. But the fact that the Chargers are overcoming it with big plays from Kamani Vidal and Justin Herbert gives me hope that perhaps we can survive until Joe Alt. Got to finish this game out. We're up double digit, but I'm not done. I want more. But we gotta, the rest of the schedule. I mean, it gets a little steeper, but they're all winnable games. Chargers just need the confidence that they can overcome that. No need to trade for running back now. This guy's good enough. I still think I would trade for, like, Rocket Sanders or something late, right? Just to kind of help fill that out. Big love, Tara. Here comes the next play. It's Vidal. Nice cut. He's going to go for another 12, 13 yards on that carry. Vidal is going absolutely insane this game, dude. Ho! "13-yard run. Chargers got the ball at the 25-yard line. Vidal up to 114 yards rushing this game. It's 1st and 20. It's a run up the middle this time, and Vidal still fighting, picks up 7. Now in the Miami Dolphins red zone, we got ourselves a 2nd and 3 at the 18. Hey, good on you, Sean. It's so hard. I got to tell you, it's a lot harder than anybody ever realizes to take off that kind of weight. I try to keep myself very distracted from the cravings. 2nd and 3. It's going to be Haskins in at running back this time. I form 3 yards to convert, and Haskins gets to the line. Not much more. It'll be a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 2 coming up at the 17-yard line. $5 holla. I don't want any more Rocket Sanders talk anymore from this fan base. Why not? Rocket Sanders was so good in the offseason, and having him as a backup is so valuable, I would say. As even with Kamani Vidal being good, like, this team has been decimated at the running back position. It's not a bad idea to cover your bases. I still love Rocket. In terms of trade, you're not losing a lot in terms of capital. You could probably trade a next year's 7th for him or 6th or whatever and get yourself a nice backup. 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert, he's actually got some time this drive. Good coverage by the Dolphins. He's going to throw on the run down the back of the end zone. Very lucky that wasn't intercepted. He was looking for Keenan Allen. Yeah, Allen saved that, dude. That was a not great decision by Justin Herbert. Allen was able to wedge that out of the hands of the defender. Yeah, you throw that thing away 10 out of 10 times, Herb. Lucky to get away with that one. $60 in the hospital, gained 20 to 30 since back in June. I don't know what your weight journey looks like, but, you know, it sucks that it happened that way. But maybe use it as like a springboard. You know what I mean? It's tough, though. Everybody's situations are different. I think a lot of the times people assume weight loss is exclusively connected to self-confidence and vanity. But if I got to be completely honest with you, I think that my journey is 100% influenced by just feeling good, healthy. You know what I mean? And just the fact that you get hotter over time. That's the cherry. So the Chargers will take the field goal. It is good. Bolts are up 26 to 13. The 17-point lead. Or excuse me, 13-point lead on the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, 13's in the chat for helping us out there, man. Justin Herbert threw a pretty bad ball back of the end zone. Keenan Allen saved it. Food diet talk making me hungry. Me too, man. Oh, Hugo, really? I don't know. How tall are you? Because, I mean, for me, that's like, I'll say my goal is going to be somewhere around like 220 is where I feel pretty good. They decided to fasting healthier. Nice, man. I gotta tell you guys, just eating better, like that's probably the biggest difference I noticed the first time is just like you realize how awful you felt for so many years on a bad diet, and then you wake up one day and you realize, wow, I don't feel any of that anymore. I think that's the result of just being more mindful of your diet. And there's still great stuff to eat, man. I got a huge shout out to my wife too, Mrs. Director. She has been the biggest help in all of this in preparing, healthy alternatives to some of my favorite things like pizza and burgers and stuff like that. That's really helped smooth it over. Yeah, I figured. Don't know exactly the height, but about 5'3"-ish. Okay, so that's probably in the range, right, where you're aiming for in terms of a healthy diet. More terms of like looking at your frame and the disbursement of the weight and everything like that. 180, 200. Nice, man. Hey, everybody. I mean, jump in, man. It's hard. It's not easy. I feel very frustrated and left out in social situations. I don't ever complain about it in front of people. I'll complain about it to my wife. That's about it. But like at our fantasy draft, like all my friends are eating like my favorite food. We went to a restaurant. We did our draft there. And I'm sitting here with like the nastiest carrots and celery and water. I can't. I'm very strict about booze on diets as well. I think that's, even though there's good alternatives there, I think that's like the biggest setback. And not that I have a problem with it. It's just I think it's a problem when it comes to trying to lose weight. First play for the Dolphins is a scramble by Tua. It'll pick up 4 yards. Yeah, let's all lose weight, man. Have fun. I'll say during the diet, it sucks. But you definitely start to feel better a little bit every day. 2nd and 6. It is Tua looking. Oh, he's got a lot of heat on him. He's going to throw on the run. And it's incomplete. I'll say that was a nice pass with how much heat was on him. Deion Henley gets the stop there. You got to imagine there's a flag for holding somewhere. Yes, it is. Holding on Miami. Pushing back to a 2nd and 16. Second and 16. Is it Mousy? Big love, man. 2nd and 16. Come on, Bolts. Some great momentum so far. And I like this situation where Tua's got to pass a whole lot. Let's see if we can get to the quarterback. Here comes the carry to Achane. Ooh, takes a huge hit. That's R.J. Mickens. Yo! Maybe one of the reasons the Chargers were so confident in trading away Alohi Gilman was because of R.J. Mickens and his ability to play safety. Unfortunately, Benjamin St. Juste is going to get called for a low block, which enforces a 15-yard penalty and a first down for Miami. Oh, boy. No diet, instead lifestyle. Yeah, you got to change a lot about what you do on the daily. I think the biggest first step for a lot of people, I'm going to say, should be diet. Because it will inspire you to do more than you used to do in the daily. Because the motivation, I feel like psychologically that's the biggest block for people. And if you start feeling better, the chances of you actually getting up and doing stuff, I think that goes up. Here comes the next play. It's a catch by number 80 of the Dolphins. It'll be a pickup of about 8. Go for walks? Yeah, I got to get better at that. Me and Mrs. Director used to go on a lot of walks every week. I've been slacking. Troy Dye luckily got back up and tackled again to keep that guy from getting up and running away. And it is a carry by Achane for 3 yards. 1 hour of cardio a day. I hope to get to that point someday, man. Everybody's different. Maybe some people can handle that, right? Maybe one day I will, but I know myself after so many years of trying to get on top of my my habits, and I know that once I get the weight down, the motivation, because I mean, I went to the gym pretty daily. I would say at least every other day for about a year when I took the weight off the first time. I had really never done that since like high school. Step 1, get your energy back. Step 2, use that motivation and new energy. Great opportunities. Oh my goodness. Derwin James almost got a huge interception. Instead, it's going to be a reception for number 30 of the Dolphins, who are picking up some momentum now. I wanted to say that was Ingold, and I was correct. He used to be a pretty big part of the offense. Haven't heard much from him in a while. Now he has a pretty big play there. Elijah Molden takes a big hit on that one, too. Derwin James so close to an interception there, man. That's a 22-yard pass to Ingold. Oh, dude, that would have been huge. Step 1, drink a bubblegum ghost. I'm down to like 1 a week. I used to drink that every single day. Here's Tua. And he's incomplete. Looking for Jalen Waddle. It'll be 2nd and 10. Very nice, Joseph. Very, very nice. It's 2nd and 10. Come on, dude. Defense bend but don't break. Here comes the pitch. It's Achane. Pushed out of bounds after a 70-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. What kind of contract is OA looking to earn? I would say that is actually a really, really tough call, because I know that the contract is kind of what held up the Ravens from keeping him around, and that's probably why he got traded to us. But we have so much money next season, over $100 million. We'll make it happen. Next play, it's going to be a screen and a first down. Huge hit by Deion Henley, but still a first down, Dolphins. There is a flag. And it's roughing the passer. Teair Tart gets called for roughing the passer. Okay, Tart. Okay. Careful. Yeah, that was a pretty big hit. That looked like a Teair Tart signature throwdown right there. Gotta be more careful than that. He's been excellent this season. That is a big penalty right there. 1st and goal. I form for the Dolphins, who, again, picking up some steam. Watch the edge, man. That's what's been killing us the last 2 weeks. Set the edge. Here comes the pitch. Achane, touchdown, no edge set. That same exact play happened twice for a touchdown last week with Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. The same pitch to the left side. No edge was set. Touchdown. That's 3 touchdowns to that same play over the last 2 weeks. Derwin James almost caught up to him, but there was no edge set. I wish I saw the replay. I think that was on Thule's side, unfortunately. But you got to set it somehow. I feel like they tried to compensate with Derwin James, but even that wasn't enough. It is a 26-20 lead for the Chargers with 8 minutes left to play. Boy. Need points. Even a field goal goes a long way in this one. We get beat to that edge every week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. We're in commercial break waiting for play to resume. The Chargers would be getting the football back here where, again, it feels like points here. Puts us in a good spot to finish the game out. So it may be a Cameron Dicker drive, but, I mean, I would take another touchdown, please and thank you. Vidal has the hot hand. Yes, he does. Yes, sirs. Vidal and Dicker, the MVPs of this game so far. Oh, boy. You still need Allen. Come on, baby. Let's get Keenan Allen some catches for our guy, Hugo. Here comes the kickoff. Chargers will let this one into the end zone. And the Chargers will start this drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10. Herbert throws on the run. He's going to hit Oronde Gadsden. 15 yards and a first down, Gadsden. Wow, Gadsden. This has been his game, finally. That should put Gadsden in and around, what? Wow, like 60, 70 yards. Beautiful. First and 10, handoff. It's Vidal, picks up a yard. 2nd and 9 at the 35. Again, the Chargers up 6 points. A field goal feels like it puts it out of range for the Dolphins. Chargers got to keep this drive going, carry some of that momentum that you had so strong in the third quarter in this drive here. Chase with the gifted membership to Brian Walker. Hey, how's your sister? How you doing, Chase? Good to see you. Thank you for the gifted membership, my guy. It's Herbert over the middle. He was looking for Keenan Allen. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9. Brusso at the 5. Game after game, we have the hardest time containing the outside. Yep. Sure, Mike McDaniel knows it. That's why they're attacking it. Yeah. Again, 3 touchdowns on the same play over the last 2 weeks. Coordinators will notice that. Coaches will notice that. 3rd and 9. Can the Chargers keep this drive going, dude? Oh, my goodness. Dolphins sending everybody. Herbert's got to get rid of this quick. Throw the football, Herb. He's going to elude it. He's going to throw on the run. Oh, did he get it? No! Keenan Allen dropped it. It was a low throw, obviously on the run. Great effort by Justin Herbert, but Keenan Allen had a shot at it. Let's take a look at the replay. It may have just gone right through his arms. Just a little too short, more like it. Keenan was trying to cradle it. Oh, he had a chance. He had a chance. And it is incomplete. The Chargers got to punt this thing away. Oh. Corey with the gifted membership. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate you, my man. 2 targets to Allen, 2 dropped catches. I'm sure Korlak's out there somewhere screaming. Here comes the return, or lack thereof. Another great special team play. It's just Sear Taylor. And Tua's going to start all the way back inside the 20 on this next drive. 6 minutes left to play. Ooh. Let's see if the defense can turn it on this drive too, man. We got 2 interceptions this game so far. We know that the defense is capable of disrupting Tua. See if we can get at him again. I would love another Owe sack, dude. That's crazy. Owe, a Charger for less than what, like a minute or less than a half a quarter, and he already logs his first sack. I would love a sack. Dafe Owe. And then a nap. We are waiting for play to resume after the commercial break. Where the Dolphins will start at the 18-yard line, by the way, 18-yard line. Odafe take two away. I'm there with you though, Core. I need one more catch from Keenan, and we got ourselves a nice hit right there. But I hope you listened to me last night and you threw all that chalk in there. I think you mentioned that you did. Yeah, this is a pretty big drive, dude. Dolphins are down a score. And this is like, in particular, this is important because you get a stop here. The Dolphins would still be in danger of losing the game via field goal from the Chargers. So, like, getting a stop is pretty important for a lot of different reasons. In particular, I want to find a way to finish this game out, man. Here comes Tua, quick throw, finds the soft zone, picks up 7. It was Malik Washington, 2nd and 3 at the 25. Yeah, a stop here is particularly important. Puts you a field goal away from a 2-possession lead as well as in control of the clock. So, like, defense, this is the drive of the game. Here is the next play. Oh, my goodness. Devon Achane just picked up 20 yards. They're going to say 15 yards. But holy cow, that picks up a first down at the 40-yard line of the Dolphins. Achane very, very fast. We're seeing that all over his day today. 2 touchdowns, 124 yards. Both running backs from both teams going absolutely ham this week. 1st and 10. Here's Achane again on the fake. And he somehow stays on his feet, picks up 8. Dolphins now at midfield at the 48-yard line. Second and 2. Here's the run up the middle. It's Achane. Picks up 3 yards and a first down. Now in Chargers territory at the 49-yard line. Got to get a stop. Hold them to 3 at least. Now that we're under 4 to play, the Chargers and the clock become a pretty big factor here. But also that works against you. If the Dolphins find a way into the end zone, you're in very big trouble with very little time to work with. First and 10. Tua looking, goes underneath, finds number 31. I want to say Mostert. I know it's not. Who was that? Oh, it was Ollie Gordon, duh. Ollie Gordon with the catch picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Second and 9. Here's Tua. Steps back over the middle. He's going to find his target. Hangs on through contact. Tony Jefferson tried to lay the boomstick to get that thing out of there, but Jalen Waddle able to hold on to it. It was even tipped as well, dude. Holy cow. Juggling catches. The name of the game for Waddle this week, who's having a fantastic game. That's a 13-yard pass, now at the 35-yard line of the Chargers. First and 10. It's Achane, and it's a pick of a yard. 2nd and 9, 2.5 minutes to go. They could take us to the 2-minute warning here. Back's not quite up against the wall yet, but you got to think in the back of your mind, if they score a touchdown, Herbert's going to need some time to answer. We have the 3 timeouts, but this is a very awkward position where you're more betting on your defense to finish this game out than you're hoping to get your offense back out on the field. Tua looking, fires. He's going to hit his tight end, 89. He's going to pick up 9 yards. Chargers may start thinking about the timeouts here in a minute. But until then, we got the 2-minute warning and under 2 minutes to play when we get back. Come on, baby. I need lightning bolts in the chat, dude. Defense needs a stand, man. We need lightning bolts. We need energy. We need to put that aura out there, man. Defense needs to hold. 35 points from Achan is insane. Come on, dude. Fill up that chat with lightning bolts. We need it. We need it. We need it so bad. Defense has been more or less good this week. We need to finish it out. They need to find a big play here soon. A stop is so massive. Because then that's going to force a onside kick, I think, at the very most. But if you are the Dolphins at this point, you're also thinking 4-down territory. So it's going to be a tough climb for the Chargers defense to get a stop here. Let's see if they've got it, man. It would be so clutch to see Thule or Owe or one of these guys. And honestly, if I'm the Dolphins at this point, I'm probably attacking that same edge. I'm probably attacking that same edge and hoping for a touchdown. So the Chargers got to be ready for that. Get some help out there. Change up the formation. I don't know. They got to find a way to set that edge. Come on, baby. 2-minute warning has come and gone. The Chargers and their defense are looking for a very, very big stop here in the fourth quarter. Remember, Dolphins are likely in 4th-down territory now. They need the touchdown to take the lead. Field goal does very little for them, even though they have the 3 timeouts. You got to imagine they're going for it all here. Come on, dude. Type those numbers in the chat. 45s, 98s, 10s, 3s. Excuse me, 0s, 3s. 29s. Get those players in there. We need a big play somewhere. 3rd and 2. It's Gordon. And Gordon on the second effort's going to pick up the first down. They are now inside the 25-yard line. Under 2 minutes to play. 3 timeouts for Miami. Come on, man. Achan checks in. Please watch that edge, Chargers. Watch that edge like your life depends on it. First and 10. Under 1:20 now to play. In motions, Darren Waller. Watch his way. No, it's a reverse. They're going over the middle to the other tight end. He's loose. He's inside the 10. Tackled down at the 9-yard line. The Chargers just called their first timeout. Julian Hill. Come on, man. Their second leading receiver is Julian Hill. Now with 31 yards as that backup tight end. Got to hand it to Tua. He knows how important it is to get that ball out quick. He's doing a good job of it. But it's not over yet. We need some lightning bolts, man. Badly. Get those lightning bolts in there, dude. 1st and goal. I'm so worried about that edge, dude. Here comes the run up the middle by Ingold. It'll pick up 4. Chargers, at this point, you've kind of committed. You're going to need to, they're going to call another timeout here. Herbert looking on, hoping to get one more chance. More so hoping for his defense to hold on a little bit longer. Come on, defense. Come on. Second and goal. 59 seconds left in this game. In motion's Darren Waller. To play action on the run. It's going to throw underneath. And it's going to go for nothing. As a matter of fact, it might have gone out of bounds. Stops the clock. Nice heads-up play by Tarheeb Still to get him tackled to the end or to the sideline. Stops the clock. It is 3rd and goal. Chargers have one more timeout. 52 seconds left. 3rd and goal. It's Tua. Steps back. Back of the end zone, completely alone, is Darren Waller. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chargers have a minute and one timeout. Miami takes the lead. It is now on the shoulders of Justin Herbert. He's going to have around 45 seconds to get this ball in scoring distance for Cameron Dicker. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. We need a good return. Here comes the return by Nyheim Hines. Past the 20, past the 30, past the 40. Great starting field position for the Chargers. You need 20 yards, baby. You need 20 yards. Can Justin Herbert produce 20 yards in 40 seconds with a timeout? Excellent return by Nyheim Hines. Wow. 1st and 10. Keenan Allen at the bottom of the screen. Herbert, got to get rid of it. Throws it, looking for Ladd McConkey. It's incomplete. Clock stops at the 34-second mark. Offensive line just couldn't hold up. Very lucky Justin Herbert was able to get rid of that football. 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert's got to get rid of it quick. Herbert stays on his feet somehow, hits Lad McConkey. McConkey's going to get free. Past the 50, the 30, the 20. He's going to go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Justin Herbert! Herbert somehow stayed on his feet, shaking off a great sack by Jalen Phillips. He looked like he had the form to take him down, and Phillips just couldn't hang on. Herbert hits Lad McConkey for a massive 42-yard pass, a bomb. Lightning Lad likely positions the Chargers for a win here. Oh, my goodness. Still one timeout. Kamani Vidal runs up the middle, and now the Dolphins are forced to call their timeouts. Chargers have it at the 17-yard line. Herbert does it again. 10s and 15s in the chat, dude. Oh, my goodness. Lad McConkey. What a huge move by Lad McConkey and the Chargers. Oh, baby. Here comes the next play. It's I form. Kamani Vidal just trying to position the field goal up the middle a little bit more for Cameron Dicker. And the Dolphins call another timeout. They're down to 1. It's 3rd and 8. 17 seconds left. The Chargers, honestly, I would maybe kneel it here. Run the clock all the way down to 1 if the Dolphins don't call their last timeout. I form. Herbert handoff. And it's going to be a gain of 0. 4th and 8. And here comes Cameron Dicker after the timeout by the Dolphins. So no icing the kicker here. Cameron Dicker had opportunity to win this football game. Come on, baby. So Cameron Dicker takes the field to win this game for the Chargers from 33 yards out. Cameron Dicker. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. And the Chargers are going to win this football game. Cameron Dicker. The Chargers up 29-27. The field goal is good, and the Bolts, with 5 seconds left on the clock, have a 2-point lead. Let's go! 11's in the chat, baby. The Chargers may be improving to 4-2. Wow. Let's go! Oh, dude. I'm still a little nervous as a Chargers fan. I know only 5 seconds, all that and all that noise, but the Chargers, we did it, dudes. Found a way to overcome all of the nonsense on that offensive line. Wow. Here comes Dicker for maybe, hopefully, the final kick here. It's going to end at a touchback. 5 seconds. One play for Miami. And here comes the final play likely of the game. Maybe the most important thing you can do here if you're the Chargers. Do not draw a penalty here. That is the one way I feel this Dolphins team could win this game. Come on, dude. Play it clean. It's going to go underneath. It's intercepted. Derwin James is on his way back. You should have housed it. I would have loved to see him house it. He had the one tackle to beat, but he goes out of bounds. That's going to do it. The Chargers win this football game. Derwin James seals it. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. The Chargers break their losing streak. They improve to 4-2. The Dolphins fall to 1-5. Hey, I need you to pull A-Chan and all other Dolphins up. Maybe want to be Chargers off to the side after this game, Harbaugh. Give them a talking to. Wow, man. Tua with all that time throws the pick to Derwin James, man. What a freaking game. Let's go, BC with the $100 holla. At the bar, almost had a heart attack. Bolt up, dude. $100 holla. Are you kidding me? Give our guy BC massive props in the chat. $100 holla. That is massive, dude. We're all having heart attacks out here, too, dude. That was absolutely insane. Even down to the last 5 seconds, I was like, please, no penalty, no penalty, no penalty. And the Chargers find a way to win this nail-biter, 29-27. Give BC some love in the chat, man. $100 holla. Are you kidding me? Let's freaking go. Thank you so much, BC. Absolutely insane. And let's not forget, Jones, that's a great, great point. Nyheim Hines put us in that position. Of course, with that great return, Ladd McConkey capitalizes. What a big, big game by the Chargers. Huge shout out, yes, Hugo, to Kamani Vidal. We're going to go over all of this and more in our Bleacher Report post-game. Trent says email address. So if you go to my channel, where you'll see, like, you know, you just go to the director channel, just hit on my name here, and then go to the About section. You should be able to see an email there. But the directorchargers@gmail.com. That's the business email right there. We got you, baby. Oh, dude, let's go, man. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way. I love it, dude. Man, we got a lot to talk about in this one, dude. I think there's still a lot of concern. Offensive line needs help. There's a lot of things that need improvement as we go into the Colts game next week. Remember, that's going to be a tough one. But the Chargers just proved that they have the capability to survive. 4-2 is so much better than 3-3. I cannot even tell you. Ladd McConkey, $2 holla. Big game for him. Big game for Kamani. Big game for Oronde Gadsden as well, man. Absolutely insane performance by the Chargers. Trey Harris also had a nice bite in that offense. Can't forget Adafe Owe on defense. It's been absolutely fantastic, dude. I got to be honest. I was so pessimistic coming into this game. Out of character for me, I know. That offensive line had me just down in the dumps for the last couple of weeks, and I'm just so happy this team was able to prove that they're able to overcome that in some way, shape, or form. I needed to see that. I think all Chargers fans needed to see that. Feels like Chargers football again, and I'm so excited to see this team finding their footing. They needed this. From a confidence standpoint, they needed this so badly. Yeah, and I see you guys. Yeah, get some sleep, director. I absolutely will. Trust me, I'm going to try at least. We need it. We need it. Well, guys, we're going to go over all the details of this game, scores, stats, projections, all of that in our Bleacher Report post-game show. We're going to go live there here in just a few minutes. Alex Bridgeforth, the $2 holla. You put any Chargers cards up, if I put any Chargers cards up at work, which ones? Chargers cards? Like if I'm putting something on display? I mean, you can never go wrong with Justin Herbert. If you want to go deep on the roster, though, I'd put a Cameron Dicker up there. Yeah. Justin Herbert, Cameron Dicker. Get one from each side. Justin Herbert, Cameron Dicker, and then on defense, Derwin James. That feels like the one. Hey, guys, before we jump out of here, let me see those 10s, those 30s, those 15s, those 3s, those 45s, those 98s. Welcome to the team in the chat to celebrate this awesome win by the Chargers, a confidence booster, and it's maybe even in a lot of ways a season saver. We needed it so bad. King Sky with the 13 months. Herbert is a beast, and so is Dicker the kicker. Yeah, absolutely, man. How often you see the 11s? Yeah, make sure the 11s are in there too, guys. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director. We finally break the losing streak. The Chargers are back on track. 4th and 2. Feels good. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll catch you over at Bleacher Report here in about 2 or 3 minutes. As always, bolt up, stay frosty, and keep the faith, Director. We'll remember that. We'll keep the faith. Big love to everybody.